Okay, here's an example. We want to remove this square edge here. Again, just striking the face of the square edge might do something, but you can't count on it. The angle is not quite right for a platform. Again, what our desire here is to not sacrifice any length. So I'm going to have to start somewhere here, and we know we're going to have to remove all of that. So I am not wanting to take my length, but I beveled a little spot there. I removed one. Here's another one. Okay, so now our square edge is getting easier to deal with. So what you want to do to remove a square edge, it's going to be a problem. You have to do this maneuver. You start by striking the edge and leaving your flake scar right there sitting over your edge. You flip it over, and then you strike the face that you just created. Then you flip it over again. I'm going to strike the face that I just created. You see what I'm doing? I'm gradually, completely reducing the square edge. So I have pretty much done it. After you do that, you've got some pretty extreme relief here. You want to scratch it really well with your abrader, because that's always the key for heated material. Okay, now to the other side. It's not exactly a square edge. Sometimes you'll want to be able to remove these ridges like this all at one strike, whether it's a perfectly square edge or not. The thing to do with that is you bevel a platform on the end, and so here's our square edge. So I will remove the biggest part of that square edge that way. Then I'm going to strike in the face of the flake scar that I just created, and then I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing again. Always good to abrade between here. Whenever there's a ridge, you naturally have an opportunity to remove a lot. So we're almost down to a preform here. When you're trying to set up a piece like this to make a nice preform out of it and remove these edges, here again, you want to always keep as much length as possible. And to do that, you might have to come down here on the very end, strike a corner like that, take off that corner, and flip it over. Same right here. We have a ridge coming down into the edge here. This ridge just happens to be perfectly positioned for us to remove some face without having to change our length. So I'll remove that flake. And that one. Right here, this is a spot we want to take care of. In the process of removing a big piece like this, you know that's not going to survive the chipping process, but what all that extra leaves you is an opportunity to make platform after platform that's going to work for you. Okay, so we just about have that down to a preform. It's always a good idea to remove a little bit of extra cortex if you have left cortex on your piece, because you never know if the cortex hides an imperfection. So it's always good hygiene to remove the cortex when you can. And as you can see, we're getting there.